Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Venom Fire here, back in another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a money play, as well as a mini scheme here out of the Gun Trips tight end flex formation. Now, this is going to be in the Baltimore Ravens playbook right now, but I know that this formation is also going to be in the Jaguars, Bills, Chargers, Jets, Texans, Dolphins, Colts, and Patriots playbooks. Although the money play is not going to be in every playbook, but still have a couple of good concepts in some of the other offenses if you guys do run them. So, starting off setting my audibles, what I'm just going to do is the level sail X, inside zone, mesh, and halfback angle. Obviously in the Ravens right now, if you want, you can obviously set, instead of inside zone, maybe PA crossers, and then come out in an inside zone every single play, but I'm just going to come out in like PA crossers every play, but since I'm going over this halfback angle first, I'm just going to come out in that. I'm just going to go against a random zone coverage here. Now, starting off, you guys can see it looks very interesting. We have these two out routes with B and A that are very quick little out routes. They're not corner routes, but they're sort of in and out routes. They're like a deeper version of this, just a little less in, more so just running straight and then breaking out to the left. So I like to run this with my trips to the left side, or the wide side in this case. And you can just come out here, make a high-low read between the zig and this route. And then you also have this Texas route by a running back. So I can just snap, hike it to RB and easily pick up yards. You guys see, easy gain of 6 yards right there, 6-7 yards, just on a snap throw. So I can just sit here, boom. Right when he makes his break, throw it to him. You guys see, it got a good animation there. Picked up about 8 yards on the simple pass. So that's just a very simple read that you can make. If you're facing pressure, let's say sends the house, you know that you're only blocking 5 in this case, then you're just going to have to snap, throw, make a quick read. And RB can get open a lot of times. There, I threw it too early, but if I waited a little bit, he would have been wide open. So that's pretty much our first read. Second read is going to be this A guy now. Sometimes A is going to get wide open against zone coverage. Here we got a little bit of a match coverage look, so he didn't get open, and I missed my read of B because I was just trying to force feed A, but in some cases he's just going to get wide open. Here, I'm able to hit B, although I should have thrown that underneath. I actually got a fortunate animation there, but A will get open. I'm just trying to get him open here. He's not really getting open, so just going to hit Y in the flats a little bit late, which is a nice thing about having that zig route. It's a sort of a late developing route, and if you have nothing open, you can scramble to the left side and easily dump it down to him. So now I kind of want to go over this high-low read now. You can keep the zig if you want, something that I kind of like to do. Motion him in a couple steps and motion snap him right there. You guys see, I see he's playing over the top. I can just dump it down to the flats. All I have to do is make a simple juke move, and I pick up a gain of about around 15 yards right there. So also, if I want, you can like motion him to the left. If you go on him, you click your D-pad to the left. For some reason, he goes to the right a little bit. So that's just a way to get him set in position if you wanted. You guys see, able to dump it down again. You have nothing open. You'll take a 4-yard gain over a sack or just throwing the ball away any day of the week. Now you can something I like to do, just put him on a hitch route, and you guys see, routes clear up, B gets wide open, and I'm able to hit him. Sometimes the zones just suction onto that hitch route, and this out route that Gabriel is on, which is our primary route in this case, is going to get wide open. So here, running it stock again, B is wide open. You guys can tell when he is about to be covered or not, because that, whatever zone that is, if it's a corner on a cloud or a safety linebacker in a curl flat type of a zone, then you can tell if he's going to follow that zig route right away. So I can just motion snap him, boom. I see he's not following him. Obviously that corner came over a little bit late, and I probably would have had B open as well, but sometimes it's just better to take that check down early. Another thing you can do is just put him on an out route, motion him in again, hike the ball right about there, creates a bench concept. You guys see, I waited a little bit, pass led that up the field, and we are able to hit Taylor Gabriel easily on that route. Now, the other thing that's so great about this play is going to be obviously man coverage. So you guys see I'm just in a regular cover 2 man here, and I can just come out here, hike the ball, and you guys see Y gets a little bit open, but B is the main route. Taylor Gabriel gets about 5-yard separation. The good thing about him being in the slot is a lot of times he's going to get matched up with those linebackers. So, which is why I kind of recommend putting my fastest guy here. I have Gabriel or just your best receiver in general there. Got a little bit of weird coverage there, so that's going to happen though. Again here, just put him on a hitch route. Create a little spacing concept. I see nobody's on him. Just low ball that hitch and pick up some pretty decent yardage for such a short pass. So that's pretty much going to do it for our halfback angle play. Next up, I'm going to be just running this level sail. Now, what I actually like out of the level sail, you can obviously come out here, run it stock. I can hit my table route. Everybody knows that setup though. It's just very simple reads. We have pretty simple flood concept. So something that I like to do is just put Y on a streak and B on a streak. Now, we're going to be opening up X and A way more open than they usually are. I'm actually going to respot the ball here. I like to run it on the left side in this case. So just re-audible. Put B and Y on a streak. We're going to be opening up X a little bit more. This clear out route can take up a little more zones. And I'm going to also be opening up this high-low read on the right side. Now, if he's blitzing, you obviously should probably need extra protection, but I can just motion Gabriel over, hike the ball here, and you guys see we get man coverage. Something kind of dumb is that in route stops. I was still able to make something out of nothing there, but against match coverage, what I would recommend doing out of the level sail, if you're going to run it, then just probably put Y on a streak. You might have to re-put an X on that in route if he's just not going to go to the other side of the field. So if I reset my play, you guys see, look how this X guy stops like right above Hankins. You guys see Robinson. If I re-put him on this in route, put him on it again, he's going all the way to the right side, which is something that you need to do that I didn't mention on that first setup. So just do that and then motion Gabriel over. This is a great concept against zone, but match coverage, it's not really going to do anything. So if you have nothing open and you're running that setup, you're obviously just going to have to dump it down to X. But against man coverage, something that you can do is just put Y on a streak, B on a slant, and then motion Gabriel over, getting pretty much the same exact look, except you have that slant route on the side of the field. Here we actually got zone coverage. Unfortunately, the one time I show the man coverage setup or match coverage setup, we get zone, but it's pretty much fine. A lot of you guys already know how to run this concept. Another concept that I like to run is something like this: X on in route, B on a hitch, and Y on a curl. We get routes on all sides of the field. Can easily make a quick decision there and hit Taylor Gabriel on the hitch route, just snap a throw. So that's pretty much it for that. Next up, we got our inside zone. Now inside zone, what I like to do is motion our slot receiver in here. You guys see, I love the blocking out of this inside zone run, and this pretty much goes is the same as this trail I flex. You guys, inside zone, you guys probably know. That's exactly this block we want Taylor Gabriel to go on. We don't really want him to go on like that bubble screen type of a block that he goes on sometimes. We want him to just go straight up the field like that, and we are pending that the O-line shifted there. I could have got huge yardage. Obviously, you have the backup running back in automatically, so you might want to sub him in, but it doesn't really matter too much. If your starting running back should be in that spot anyway if you're playing Ultimate Team or something. But you guys see, I'm just picking up easy yards, motion Gabriel in, hike the ball, right about on the tackle. You guys see him almost taking these to the house. If I had a little bit of a better running back, I could potentially be taking these for touchdowns. Now, I also don't like running this to the short side. I'm going to be running my inside zones to the wide side. So if I'm on the right hash, I'm going to come out here like this and get a little bit more space to operate towards the outside. And you don't even have to motion Gabriel in if you don't want to. It's just something that I do every time. I'm always motioning Gabriel over a lot of times in the passes, so that kind of gives it the same look as the run plays, and it can confuse your opponent so he doesn't know that it's absolutely a pass or a run. Anyways, that's going to take us to our next setup. It's going to be this mesh. Now, you guys see mesh looks like a very interesting concept stock. We obviously have our wheel, 2 drags, and then we have our another wheel with this receiver, and then this S route. What I personally like to do is just block my running back. There's nothing that you can really put him on in this sense to where he'd be more useful than a block. And I have sort of 2 setups that I like to run. The first one being just smart route X and then put B on a drag, A on a smart route in route, something like this. what I might do is also motion Trey Burton over, creating like a PA wide receiver in setup, if you guys know what that play is. And then you can just hike the ball here. Look, I had X wide open, just unfortunately got sacked. Could have hit A as well, so I definitely did have open receivers there. So again, the setup is just going to be drag B, smart out X, and then A on a in route, smart out that in route like this, and then you can motion them out. You don't have to, but I just prefer it. Space out the field a little bit more. And we're really trying to hit X on this route. Here we get match coverage. I'm going to hit A for sure. And those deep in routes kill man or match coverage all the time. Great breaking routes. That's why even these regular in routes that Miller's on right now can destroy against any sort of match coverage. So I'm going to show you guys my next setup for this mesh play. It's going to be to block RB again, smart out X again. We don't want him to be too deep down the field. We want to actually have him be a useful route, and I do usually hit him a lot, although the coverage is sort of preventing it right now. And then the last thing you're going to do is just streak B and then A on a drag. It definitely opens up this X route a little bit more, and we also have our underneath route. You guys see, I see they're playing over the top. I can just hit Trey Burton, pick up a nice gain of 8 yards right there on a little bit of a drag route. This definitely opens up the drag a little bit more than usual. So again, the setup is going to be block our running back, put B on a streak, put A on a drag, and then put X on a smart out, which is the RB button. Hike the ball. I'm going to try to hit X here, hopefully, and I should. Just throw it right when he gets over that zone. You should be able to tell. It just takes a couple of reps if you're not comfortable with it. Go in the lab and run it a couple times. You guys will get it down. And this is actually a very unique play. It's not in most trips tight end flex, so a lot of people probably don't expect it. I'll show you guys one last time here. Streak B, drag A, smart out X, and block our running back. Hike the ball here. You guys see A late. I actually missed him. Something to keep in mind is you want to hit him early. You don't want him on that possession catch animation that it had. So I'm going to head into our last play here. I actually don't have it on my audible screen, so I'm just going to quickly come out in it. This PA cross shot. PA crossers, it's pretty much the same PA crossers that we all know. I'm obviously going to be running it on this side with my trips on the short side because we want more space for that crosser route to operate. The good thing about where Trey Burton is right now is that he gets receiver hot routes automatically, so I can put him on a slant if I wanted. I can put him on a zig, put him on a drag as well, which you can't out of the regular tight end spot. And then my favorite, which is to put him on a fade. I love the fade route, and they took it out. If I motion Burton in here, you guys see he is on the fade, but I can't re-put him on the fade. If I do that same adjustment, he's on the delay fade. So I just usually leave him out there, put him on the fade route. And then what I like to do, put X on a drag, and then Y on a slant. Now, I actually keep this play action, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I kind of like it. It sets up for a rollout right. So if I hike it, I cancel it, and you guys see I easily can get to the outside right there. We get match coverage, but a fast, good receiver like that should be able to undercut the route like I did right there. We also had that slant route coming off the left side that was probably wide open. I just wasn't really looking at it. Anyways, one more time here. Fade A, slant Y, and drag X. We have a high-low read on the right side, and then we also have a man beater in case he's running it on the left side, or hard flats. The slant should get above it. You don't want to have him set all the way. You want him to sort of wait a little bit. There, he's the zone kind of suctioned on, which was unfortunate, but that wasn't straight up man coverage. That was like match. So again here, fade A, slant Y. You can obviously put Y on the drag and X on the slant, motion X over if you prefer that. Just depends where you have your receivers, but the drag gets a little bit closer and it's more of a tight formation there. You guys see we get Gabriel on the slow running back. I'm easily able to pass through that to the right. So you guys pretty much all know that your own PA crosser setups by now. You should all know which ways you like to run it. You can obviously mix a ton of things up. One last setup I'm going to go over just to put Y on a drag, X on an in route, A on a fade obviously, and then smart out that X route. We get pretty much a flood concept. So I can man coverage. I can easily hit Robinson on that. And then I could just put the slant on the other side, pretty much 2 man beating routes. So If you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for some more Fire Madden 20 content here. And make sure that you guys leave me some suggestions down below in the comment section on future videos that you would like to see on my channel moving forward. Thank you guys for all the support as of recently, showing tons of love on the videos. And I'm going to keep pumping them out for you guys. So, peace. I'm out of here.